This is Carlos Cousins, and the following question is asking about a good transition between paragraph 2 and paragraph 3. So I've actually included here the top of paragraph 2 at the beginning so we can look at the topic sentence or the first sentence of the paragraph, which usually tells us the topic that the paragraph will cover, so what paragraph 2 is about. And we can also see the topic sentence of paragraph 3 and the preceding sentence to this transition sentence that's now going to be at the beginning of paragraph 3. Now look, if we're going to put this at the beginning of paragraph 3, this topic sentence will no longer be a topic sentence, but the sentence that we end up with here is going to be the topic sentence, so it must also give us the main point of this paragraph, so we need to find evidence for that sentence in the following sentences. Very complicated question, but that's kind of how you have to think about it. So let's go ahead and see what the point of paragraph 2 was. Goddard discovers that with a properly shaped, smooth tapered nozzle, he could increase the ejection velocity 8 times with the same amount of fuel he would use for a less aerodynamic shape. So talking about Goddard's discoveries, what he discovered about the missile, alright? Dr. Goddard, however, is the last sentence here, thought it wiser to begin with a dependable rocket motor instead of one suited for a particularly high altitude or speed. Okay, awesome. So he made some discoveries about altitude and speed. However, he thought it was more important for the rocket to be dependable or to make sure that it works. Then we go over to this third paragraph here, and we begin with some evidence to whatever topic sentence we select. Dr. Goddard later was the first to fire a rocket that reached a speed faster than the speed of sound. Okay, so more things he discovered. He was the first to develop a gyroscopic steering apparatus. More things he discovered. They're the first to patent the idea of a step rocket, proving on paper and actually says that a rocket can travel in a vacuum. So he proved tons of things, discovered tons of things. So whatever we talk about has to discuss what Goddard later achieved, and it has to be a nice transition from the fact that he first chose a dependable model. All right, let's figure this out. In addition to being a scientist, Dr. Goddard was a respected author. We're not talking about him being an author, we're talking about him designing other rockets, things that are scientific in nature. Dr. Goddard was recognized by the public too late to enjoy his fame. It doesn't seem like it. If you discovered all of these things, he was the first to patent the idea of a step rocket, etc., etc. Dr. Goddard's innovative experiments yielded him a series of firsts. This seems good. So he was the first to develop this gyroscopic steering apparatus, the first to fire a rocket, the first to patent the idea. We got a lot of firsts coming after. So this looks very good so far. Let's see if the next one is better. World War II finally offered Dr. Goddard a chance to prove his ideas. Well, we don't mention World War II in any of these pieces of evidence here until this sentence here. Not until close to nearing the final end of World War II in 1945 do we start intense work on rocket-powered missiles using Dr. Goddard and the American Rocket Society's experiments and developments. So it looks like World War II was a later development that made use of Goddard's ideas before World War II actually happened, because we have this not until here. Did we actually start using work on rocket-powered missiles? So it seems like he was a bit of a visionary and that he started working on missiles before, I guess, more people did after the end of World War II, which makes sense to C, the best answer. I hope that helped with this problem, and happy prepping.